Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the KOM Cycling Saddle Rail Radar Mount. It is essential to properly position and angle a rear bike radar, ensure you have good visibility on the road and a line of sight to the cars that are approaching you. That's why KOM Cycling has introduced the new saddle rail mount, which is designed to place your radar right off your saddle rail with an adjustable angle and a simple design to ensure it's secure and easy to install. Packaging wise, you can see it's a nice cardboard box, KOM Cycling branding on there, and a little window that shows the mount underneath it. I'll go ahead and open this up. We'll go over the full specs. Retail price on this is $49.99. Again, it's a saddle rail mount and it's designed for both carbon and standard rail designs, including 7x9 and 7x10 carbon rails. You have a 25mm pivoting arm, so it's designed to be angle adjustable, so you can get the right angle. And it even has Garmin and Wahoo compatibility with an additional adapter included for the Wahoo mounts, which rotates it by about 45 or 90 degrees to match the Wahoo style. As far as what comes with it, you can see we have the mount. It's actually zip tied on here. You can hear there's additional piece in here jingling around. So there should be a little Allen key. So a couple Allen keys for both the adapter and the mount bolts. And then you even have this little spacer here that's designed for the carbon rails to go in between the mount on the rail, so it has additional space to account for the oval shape of a carbon rail. And then you can see again, the Garmin is pre-installed and then Wahoo can be swapped in. Now let's take a look at the weight of the mount. So the mount with the Garmin adapter pre-installed is 55 grams. KOM Cycling is best known for their bike-like mounts, which offer quality construction and thoughtful design details. The new saddle rail mount here is no exception, so very similar. They definitely thought it out, and the materials and quality match the higher price point. You can see it pretty much consists of three pieces. You have the removable top mount portion, which goes over the saddle rail. You have these wide sections with the rubber padding that would compress down onto the rail, and then a 2-bolt design that goes in it. You can see it's a full composite design, but it's all black, and the only color is the KOM Cycling red logo. Or if you put the Wahoo puck on here, you can see you have a blue puck. The top piece is removable, and again, that compresses down as you tighten the bolts. And you don't want to over tighten these. You don't want to damage your rail, so even on the packaging it says do not exceed 2 Newton meters. Then you have the pivoting arm, and that's essential because you don't really know which angle your rail is going to be at. So even if your rail is really high, you can adjust this down. So you have a 25mm arm connected to this GoPro mount. You can see it's a standard 3-prong design with a bolt that holds it in place. Once you have it dialed in, you can tighten it up. And then you can see this portion is a 25mm arm. And again, 2 bolts here that attach to another 3-prong GoPro style adapter to the Garmin or Wahoo adapter plate. There's 2 bolts on this one. You could take that off and then again put the Wahoo one on there. And I'm sure you can even put the Brighton one, as I'm sure this part is compatible with their other mount systems. It's a pretty simple design, and the nice thing about this is it pushes it out, and you have 2 pivot points, so you have one at the main attachment, and then the adapter to the extension arm. So you can see you can hang this up, and then tilt this up and down to get the right angle. And if you're lucky, and depending on your saddle rail design, you could even put a saddle bag potentially, as you could push this out of the way, and then use the second pivot point to get a right angle. Here you can see the mount installed in a carbon rail saddle, and you can see it actually works pretty well. So the rubber pads go against the rail, and you can see I haven't put the spacer on, and this is why you do need the spacer, because as you were to tighten this, there wouldn't be any contact at this location. It would all be pushed on the rail. So you definitely want to install the adapter if you're using these carbon rails, which are generally oval shaped, so you can see they're taller. So make sure to put that in there before you tighten everything down. But otherwise, you can see you have a lot of adjustability. You can adjust the angle. And if you want to put this higher or lower, depending on your saddle rail design. For this one, it goes pretty wide. So this is probably the best place to put this. I still have plenty of adjustments. So with the pivoting arm, I can put this low or I can put it high and then tilt it down. Here you can see the mount installed on our specialized Tarmac. With the dual pivot points, you can see you can really adjust the angle really well. So you can get a lower, higher, and even if you have an IGP Sport like we have here, you can clock the Garmin one by 90 degrees to make it compatible. so it should work with most radars on the market. Nice tight fit, no real play, and that's the benefit of this one. You can see close up, the rubber pads really hold the rails nice and tight, so again, no play or wobbling. Even on light gravel road, like you can see here, the radar's placed perfectly, so nice and high. And what I like about it with the extension arm is you get it further back, and you can get it flush with the end of the saddle. So it looks good, and you can see nice and high up, doesn't interfere with the bag underneath it. And even if you have a smaller bike, this should help get it up and well positioned. What we like about the mount is that it's fully adjustable with 2 pivot points, so you can really find the optimal angle. And thanks to the extension arm, you can get it further back and place it right behind your saddle. KOM Cycling also includes the Garmin and Wahoo adapters, so you don't have to pay extra to accommodate different setups. The only negative with this mount is the fact that it is expensive. You can definitely find cheaper ones on Amazon, but it's not going to have the same level of engineering. Taking everything into account, give the mount a 9.2 out of 10. It's a premium saddle rail mount that should work with just about any setup. Thanks for watching this review. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.